Hello. This video will explain to you how to create a portfolio in Yahoo Finance. And so this is what you need to do for the contest part of the portfolio assignment. All right, so the first thing you want to do is go to financeyahoo.com. And what you're going to do is sign in. So and in order to sign in, you're going to have to create an account if you don't have an account. And so when you go to sign in, just create a username and password and create your Yahoo Finance account or Yahoo account. Now, if you don't want to do that, or you don't have an account and don't want to set one up, I don't have a problem if you use my account, because I don't use it for email anyway. I only use it for the portfolios. So my username is Sherry Lawrence, all one word, SHARILAWRENCE 2012. Okay, so you just put in the username, Sherry Lawrence 2012, and then the password is Bishop 1962, all lowercase, BISHOP 1962. So, and even if you set up your own account, feel free to get into my account. I've had this for since 2012, and there's a lot of portfolios in there. There's some old class portfolios where I combined everybody's portfolio into one big portfolio. There's also some sample portfolios, and there's some portfolios from former students, which I'm sure they wouldn't mind if you looked at, since they used my account. It's fine. I don't mind if you look at them. So you can feel free to look at these just to get some ideas, and you can see how some people's portfolios have done. Okay, so anyway, when you get into your account or get into my account, the other thing is, if you don't want to set up an account on your own, you can get into my account and you can create your portfolio in my account if you want to. And then just take a screenshot of it and upload that screenshot into Moodle by this Thursday, the 24th of June at midnight. Okay, so here's how you set up the portfolio. First of all, before you set it up, you should go into Yahoo, and you need to find the closing prices of the stocks that you've picked. So for our little sample, I've picked 3 stocks. I'm just going to have a sample of 3 stocks, $1,000 each, totaling $3,000. Of course, you're going to pick 10 stocks, $1,000 each, to total $10,000. So you can pick individual equities. If you want to have a couple exchange traded funds or mutual funds, that's fine. I mentioned in the prior video, SPY is an S&P 500 ETF. That's an exchange traded fund. If you want to invest in silver or gold, GLD or SLV. OIH is an oil services fund, just to name a few. There's also several mutual funds out there. You can do your research, but try to have the bulk of your portfolio individual equities, because that makes it easier to do your portfolio summaries. All right, so anyway, these are my 3. So you're going to pick 9 stocks. You're going to pick 10 stocks. And when you're entering the portfolio, each one doesn't have to equal $1,000 exactly. So what the easiest thing to do is just buy whole shares and get as close to $1,000 as you can. Then when you get to your ninth equity, force that whatever number you have left over, whatever amount you have left over, it won't be exactly $1,000. Buy the exact number of whole shares and partial shares to force that to equal $10,000. So I'm going to show you what I mean with a $3,000 portfolio. So I've picked 3 stocks. I've picked Apple. So the first thing you want to do when you've picked your stocks is you want to look on the 24th after 3 o'clock in the afternoon when the market closes. You want to pull up your stocks and see what the closing price is. Okay, so the closing price is right here. So this is Apple, and this is what I was telling you about. If you come down here, first you got to sift through all the ads, but there's some news. There's some news about Apple, and you can, this is news where they mention Apple. There seems like there's more ads than news these days. But anyway, you can take a look at that. And I also mentioned in the other video, there's other sources, of course, that you can use to look up companies. Seeking Alpha is a good source. There's also MSN Money, CNN Money, CNBC, to name a few. And okay, so anyway, it's like, it's 8:30 my time. It's 8:20 right now in the evening. So this is, just ignore this price. This is the after hours market. Stocks actually, for really crazy people, they can actually trade stocks after the market closes up to I think it's up to 8 o'clock. It's up to 7 o'clock our time. And then in the morning from like 7 to 8:25. So just ignore that price. That's an after hours price. So this is the closing price. All right, so Apple closed at $132.30. So I'm going to buy 8 shares of Apple. And so I'm going to take 8 times 132.30, and that's going to be $1,058.40. So at this point, all I'm doing basically is I'm writing down the price and I'm calculating how many shares I'm going to buy. So I'm going to buy 8 shares of Apple. 8 times 132.30 equals $1,058.40. So that's Apple. Okay, my second stock is going to be Johnson & Johnson, J&J. And I am going to buy 6 shares of J&J. So 163.84 times 6 equals $983.04. And then I'm going to buy, then my last stock is going to be Ford. And Ford is trading at $14.78. So remember I told you this is a $3,000 portfolio, only 3 equities. So I have, I added up my Apple and I added up my Johnson & Johnson, and I have $958.56 left. So I take the $958.56 that I have left, and I divide by $14.78, and that gives me 64.855 shares. So I'm going to buy 64.855 shares, and that will give me exactly $3,000 within, give or take a few pennies. So that's what I mean. For your first nine stocks, just buy an even number of shares. It's just easier. It's not going to come out to exactly $1,000. For your 10th stock, you're going to see what you have left, divide what you have left by the price, and that'll give you the exact number of shares, including the fractional shares that you're going to buy. Okay, so now I'm ready to do my portfolio. So you come over here to My Portfolio, click on My Portfolio, and then you come over here to Create Portfolio. Click on Create Portfolio, and let's enter the portfolio name. So let's enter Summer Sample 2021 and submit. All right, now I'm going to add my symbols. So you can put in all your symbols here separated by commas. So I'm going to put in Apple, Johnson & Johnson, and Ford. Those are my 3 stocks. So those are my 3 holdings. So once you've entered in all 10 of your holdings, it should look like this. Then you go to My Holdings right here. Now, if you just put 1 in and hit return, it just comes up, you get this page and there's only 1. Just come back here to add symbol, to add the rest of your symbols if you didn't do it like I did all at once. Okay, then now you have to put in the number of shares and the price. So you come over here to, I think it's My Holdings, yeah. So you come to My Holdings, then you put in Add Lot, So let's go to add lot. And for the trade date was today. Today's June 21st. And I bought 64. Oops. I bought, and don't make sure that you don't mess up the shares and the cost. Don't get that mixed up. 64.855 shares. And my cost was $14.78, the closing price. All right, and then that's it. You don't have to enter anything else. So then I'm coming down here to Johnson & Johnson. My trade date is the 21st. Oops. My shares are 6. The cost is $163.84. Then I come down here to Apple and click add lot. Apple is 8 shares and the cost is $132.30. Okay, so then you don't have to hit save or anything. I'm finished here. So then, now you see up here where these plus signs are, they're trying to charge you for this information. Don't pay anything. So just come up here to summary, and here's what's going on. So the market's closed. I just entered this information, and so you see I have these 3 stocks. They're totaling $3,000. Okay. And this gain is probably from aftermarket stuff, just to ignore that, but I'm not sure why it says that, but this is the important thing. So your portfolio, when you do this, this number should be $10,000, give or take a few cents. If it's not, you need to go back and see where you made a mistake in here. So you see with Ford, here it's telling me my shares, okay? And here's my shares of Johnson & Johnson, and here's my shares of Apple. And you see them, and so this is what I need to see on your screenshot, your shares, and then I need to see that the total, and here's the price that you put in, and I need to see that the total price equals $10,000. So you'll be able to get into your summary page and you can see real time what's going on in your portfolio. So this is due on Thursday, by midnight Thursday, June 24th. Then you're just going to monitor this. And then on July 28th, after the market closes, you're going to get into your portfolio. You're going to take a screenshot, and it's going to tell me what your total account balance is, and it's going to tell me your total gain. And then I'll see who the top 3 winners are, people with the highest returns. And I'll announce that on July 30th. So just once again, this is due, the screenshot, just take a screenshot and upload it in Moodle, and on the Moodle turn-in page. And that's due by midnight on Thursday, June 24th. And then you're going to take a screenshot again after the market closes on by midnight or after the market closes on July 28th, and then I'll announce the winners on July 30th. And now if you want to watch the videos or get some additional instruction on how to write your portfolio summaries, what you're going to need to do is in the next 1 to 2 weeks, I'll have these posted. You'll need to go to the video synopses for chapter 8 and chapter 9. Chapter 8 and 9, when I go over those 2 chapters, I will be discussing how what you should enter, what you should use from the fundamentals to add to your, or to be thinking about adding when you do your portfolio summaries. So remember, there's 3 sections to the portfolio summaries that are suggested: the fundamentals, the technicals, and the economic analysis. And so, or the economic environment. So the fundamentals section is just looking at the company, looking at various ratios. So once again, go to the video synopses for chapter 8 and 9 for that, to get some additional information about looking at the big picture, the macroeconomic environment and how that's affecting your stock, or how that comes into play when you're trying to pick a stock. Go to chapter 11, that chapter 11 synopsis. And then for for the technical analysis, I'll be discussing that in chapter 12. So again, those reports aren't due until, I think it's the 22nd, yeah, July 22nd. So you've got some time. But anyway, feel free, if you have any questions or want further clarification, feel free to give me a call. We can set up a Zoom call, regular telephone call, or you can come by my office, send me a text or an email. All right, good luck on your portfolios. And I hope that this really sparks your interest in investing. It's really fun to invest and to watch the markets and watch what happens with these different equities and so forth. So good luck to you. Take care.